making a snap ring, a circlip. I'm making a whole bunch of them, and this is what it looks like. So what I do is I stack them up, clamp them in there. They're up against a V box. They're up against a V block so that they're all in line. And I'm going to slice them. I've already turned them. I'll slice them, and then I stack them up vertically, and I put 2 holes in them for snap ring pliers. Slice all the way through in one pass. It's a little slow, but it goes along pretty well. I've made a lot of these, so I ran out, and now I need to make some more. I got one more short stack to do, and then we'll drill them. Here I have a short stack of only 7 rings, and then I made a special spacer so I can clamp it with the V-block I have, which is 1.25 inches. It's not really clamped on the block. It's clamped with a spacer block. There's a spacer block over here. It's not really clamped on that. You can see this, but it's barely have any play, and it's clamped on these here. But this is just to get them all aligned. All right, I'm lined up on the center of the rings, and we're just going to cut it just like the other ones. Except I won't cut all the way through this. Just when I get all the way through that last ring, then I'll stop. There, all cut. Spacer worked perfect. See, it was just a same size spacer as this. It was just the end piece from making all the rings. Just quickly turned it into a spacer, the right length. Okay, now it's set up and to drill the holes. So just like any snap ring, you got 2 holes here for snap ring pliers. So I need to put those 2 holes in. I'm going to do this. This is a new method. I've done it before. I've stacked them, and this is going to be, I think, far easier. Yeah, I'll have a lot of changes to make because I'm just going to do them one at a time and have to put them in twice. But I'll get more accurate holes. When you stack them, you sometimes can get wandering and stuff. So this, I think, might work a lot better. So I have a block, and this is just sitting here against a stop. Parallels below it here. And there's a parallel across the bottom here as a little bridge. You know, because you got your hole in your middle of your vise. Anyway, so I've got some shims in here, and I centered up pretty close to in the center of that slot. Ring right on there is your little gauge, your tooth right in the slot. And then when I close this, it clamps up against the V-block, and it pinches onto the shim real nice and tight. So I'll get a real consistent. So I've positioned my drill bit in the appropriate location for the hole. Now I'll be able to take that out, flip it over, and drill another one, and it'll be in the same spot. And I'll just cycle through all 27 of them. This should go pretty good. Like that. Loosen that. There's a hole. Flip it over. There we go. Very good. That matched up really nice. That will work. Well, they're all finished up. Deburred, countersunk the holes a little tiny bit. Just cleaned up the burrs. These are all ground to a precise thickness. We're talking, you know, 1/2 thousandths each way on precision. So these are all turned, and then I actually grind them to thickness and put the holes in. So these came out really good. This is 27 of them. And I was actually able to do 2 at a time for the drilling of the holes. There's enough space to do that, so that worked out. It made it a little bit faster actually instead of 1 at a time. But my little jig worked out really good. So thank you. Thanks for watching. I can't tell you what they're for or what they go in or any of that stuff, or any dimensions. But I can show you this. I designed these and created them. So anyway, thank you guys. We'll talk to you later.